crafty friends, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'll show you how to create these gorgeous flowers using Clearly Besotted stamp set, silver and golden embossing, and Stabilo 68 pens to watercolor. So I discovered the Clearly Besotted stamps through Michelle Short from Card Grotto. I'll link her awesome channel in the description below. And I really love their stamps. I was really surprised. Their shipping is really good and they ship from the UK. So I believe they also have their stamps at Simon Says Stamps. So for all of you American viewers or Canadian viewers, you can definitely get them as well. So I'm going to be working on the watercolor paper, and I'll be using Versamark ink to heat emboss some of those flowers and leaves. I will heat emboss them in silver and gold. I'm using Wow embossing powder. I really love this set. I think it's very elegant and perfect for wedding cards. And this is the card that I will be creating later in the next video. I decided to create two videos, and the first one, in this one, I will be showing you how I color in all these flowers, how you can use silver and golden embossing to change the look of your flowers, as well as the Stabilo 68 pens with water. And in the next video I'll show you how I create the cards. And so now I have my sheet filled with golden and silver flowers, and I'll start coloring. So I will be using this thin-tipped watercolor brush, and I'll start with the pinks. I start off by scribbling some of the pigment on the acrylic block, then I pick it up with my wet brush and go onto the image lightly with a light color, and then I add the darker shade where I want it to be. I actually came up with the idea of this coloring it pink from the packaging of Clearly Besotted, where they also have kind of these grays and pinks together, and I thought that looked really pretty, and it will be perfect for a wedding card. So I'm gonna leave you with the coloring, and I'll catch up with you at the end. And here I colored in the golden embossed flower, and I thought it looked really beautiful, and I like how it has a more warmer color because of the golden embossing. So that's something you could also try. Take all the colors you like, use different embossing powders, and see how your flowers or images look like. I really love how it turned out. And here I'm going in with the purples and blues, and I thought they looked just stunning with the golden and silver embossing. And I'm going to create a stained glass effect. I must say I really loved coloring this flower in particular, because I really enjoyed how the purples and blues worked together. And on this particular petal, I actually went in with the purple first and then came in with the blue, and they kind of mixed nicely together, creating this ombre effect. So I really loved that, and I like how the purple mixed and created a new color with one of the blues. So I really encourage you to, if you would be getting these Stabilo pens, and if you like vibrant colors, to just experiment with the colors and blend them together. Just make sure you're using a thick watercolor paper, because I think it works best if your paper is a little thicker and doesn't curl up the moment you add water to it. So the one I'm using here is, I think, 250 GSM. And this is how it looks like with the golden embossing. And now I will be coloring the last two flowers using warm colors, and I'll go in with the red, orange and yellow. And this time I thought I'm gonna do it a little different, so I'm going in with the pen where I want the colors. Then I'm using my wet paintbrush. Just make sure it's not too wet, because you don't want to, unless you want it to look really faint, like faint color. You can always add more color if you scribble the pen off to the acrylic block. Just pick it up with your paintbrush and go back. And now I also went with my pen. And make sure you don't go over the wet areas with your pen, because then you might rip the paper. So I go in the dry areas and then pull the color. It's best to do it from the bright towards the darker, because then you will have the brighter color still visible. And so that's the look and technique I used here. But you can also do like I did with the other previous flowers and just scribble it off on the block and then come in with the colors. I just thought that this way I can have a little more control over the color, and I wanted it to be more vibrant. I didn't want it to those reds and oranges to be diluted too much. and the last go the leaves. So I will be also using 3 different colors here, 3 different shades of green rather. And I went with the golden embossing because I thought that green and golden go well together, so I didn't stamp any and heat embossed any in the silver. So here I'm also coming in directly onto the paper with the pens. I'm kind of marking where the darker areas of the leaf would be. I then came in with my paintbrush and I realized that the darkest green I used kind of overtook the leaf. So just always make sure that you have a dry tissue with you or some kind of paper towel that you can just pick up the pigment. And here I also colored some of the flowers just using Stabilo pens without any water, and they blend really nicely if you use a thicker watercolor paper. So I went in on this flower with the red, orange and yellow, and the one next to it I used some of the teal colors. And here I'm really sorry, I'm kind of off camera, but I decided to actually use my water brush to color that one because they didn't blend as well as I wanted them to. This is how all the flowers and leaves look like after I fussy cut them. I really thought they turned out really nice. The color kind of smooths out a little bit after it dries, so it's not that vibrant as it is while you're coloring it, unless you went directly with the pen to the paper. Then it stays as it was before. So here's the golden one, the silver one, and I actually stamped one before with the black heat embossing. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for the next video where I create a few cards using these flowers. Have a great and crafty day. Bye!